Well, man, this is going to be a terrible video to record. I hate making videos like this because when you see a story like this, especially as like a YouTuber, right? Because I'm kind of in the same position that they're in a lot of the times. I don't even understand how you get yourself into this kind of situation. I don't understand how it's even really possible. I feel like it's literally the easiest thing on planet Earth to do besides maybe like involuntary breathing, to just like not message kids or to be a weirdo. But then you see YouTubers mess up, bro. They mess up the easiest thing to not do, okay? I can't fathom it. It takes literally zero effort to not do. And yet we still see stories like this. So, you probably have heard at least something about this whole Pyrocynical situation by now. I'll give you guys a short little brief, I guess, on this whole thing here. So a few weeks ago, some allegations came out against Pyrocynical that painted him in a very negative light, to say the least. Basically, it came out that Pyrocynical, through social media apps, had began messaging a 15-year-old boy while he was 19 years old for sexual gratification, basically. Very weird and disgusting conversations were had between the two. And it also came out that, well, through the evidence later, it was either extremely hard or near impossible for Pyrocynical to not know the age of this kid while messaging him these weird things and having these completely out-of-pocket conversations. It really wasn't the best look for Pyrocynical, right? And it got some rumblings, you know, so a lot of people talked about it and everything. I didn't make a video when it first happened because I knew he was going to make a response and that there was probably going to be more evidence that came out. And that's pretty much literally exactly what happened, right? That's pretty much to a T what happened. So after all these allegations come out, you know, 19-year-old Pyro is messaging weird things to a 15-year-old boy on the internet, and probably, if not guaranteed, knows his age. Pyrocynical makes a response over on Reddit called Addressing the False Allegations. Through his subreddit, he garnered tens of thousands of upvotes and a lot of support. A lot of people ended up believing Pyro in this whole situation because of the points that he was making against the allegations and whatnot. So that all kind of happens, right? But then, recently, more evidence comes out, right? And I knew this was going to happen too, because after the initial allegations, I already knew he was going to respond and people were going to drop proof or whatever. And through videos like the one that Turkey Tom made, we basically have come to this point where it's starting to look horrible for Pyrocynical, right? Like it's virtually impossible for this to be a situation that he can walk away from. And to be fair, this is a situation in which he should not be allowed to walk away from. He should be held to the highest extent possible of his own responsibility, you know what I'm saying? And if this is, you know, a situation that we end up seeing being real, you know what I'm saying, and these allegations are true and Pyrocynical can't defend himself, right? This shit is absolutely criminal, you know what I'm saying? Like, he should low-key just be in jail for something, like, not even low-key. He should be in jail for doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting. So we've gotten to this point where it's gotten extremely serious, right? And these allegations, they look very damning, okay? The evidence is just kind of stacked in their favor. Pyrocynical has yet to respond again, and, well, that's not a good thing because people's minds are stewing. They're watching these videos. They already kind of have this notion that he did it and he's not responding, so it looks pretty guilty on his part to a lot of people too. I'm not sure if he is going to respond. I would think maybe he does, but... And this is even crazier, right? Because, to keep it honest with you guys, when I was about 16, back in 2016, right, you know, I'm still a small YouTuber or whatever at that point, right? Pyrocynical was like one of my YouTube idols. Like, this is one of the people that I looked up to for such a long time, right? Like, I loved the content that he made, man. It's a big reason as to why I'm using gameplay for commentaries and stuff like that. So, like, he was huge when it came to influencing my future YouTube career, even things that you see today, you know? And to see something like this happen to somebody you used to look up to, it really sucks. Not in the fact that, like, you feel bad for him, because I really don't. Because what he did was fucked up. It's to the point where it's like, man, I looked up to somebody who could do something so fucked up, right? So disgusting. And even with that, right, like, I can't even understand the mentality. I don't know how YouTubers are falling into this and this is going on. I really have no clue. But I feel like, once again, it's the easiest thing on planet Earth to just not talk to children. You know what I'm saying? It takes literally zero effort. It takes zero brain power. You just gotta be like a not fucking idiot, bro, or a not weirdo. So... with that being said, it's like that easy, but then on top of that, like, you see these YouTubers just unable to keep themselves in control of themselves. I don't know what it is, bro, but they just become fucking weirdos, and they do stuff like this. And it's been recently, it seems like a slew of creators. EDP445 got hit with some damning allegations just a few weeks ago. Pyrocynical, of course, and then the whole Kiwis situation has blown back up, right? And it's just insane to watch all this kind of going down at relatively the same time, right? And then, like, a situation like Pyrocynical's has kind of evolved to this point where it's, like, super bad and super damning, and it's someone that you looked up to. So, now, of course, people are defending Pyrocynical. Not that many people, but some people are. A lot of people are trying to say that 19 and 15 is not that big of an age gap. Pyrocynical didn't know the age, things like that. Well, first and foremost, the evidence suggests that the likelihood of Pyrocynical knowing this, knowing what he was doing, knowing he was doing some fucking weird champ type shit, bro, it's pretty high. Like, it seems like there's a pretty good chance that he knew what he was doing, okay? This wasn't some mistake, you know, he didn't get catfished or something crazy. Like, if I'm a betting man, I'm putting like 95% of my money on the fact that he knew. You know what I'm saying? So, getting that out of the way first. Second off, I don't know how to tell you this, but 19 and 15 is a massive age gap. That's almost a quarter of the life difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 20 years old, bro. There's no chance I would ever talk to a 16-year-old. There's no chance. Like, that's such a big fucking mentality difference, right? Like, I think of myself right now, I'm 20 going on 21. I'm not even close mentally to the same person that I was when I was 16 going on 17. Like, it's just not even close. I'm a completely different person. 4 years is a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're 35 and 31, that's different because, like, you've fully developed, you know, you're not a fucking child. But 19 and 15 is not acceptable, in my opinion. First off, 15 in most places is, like, under the age of consent to begin with, so, like, you have no pretty much legal defense to be doing what you're doing. And then second off, like I said, it's just a complete different mental gap, dude. Like, I can't imagine, once again, talking to a 16-year-old girl. Or even, like, a 17-year-old girl. At this point, bro, like, I can't talk to anyone under 18, and I'm fine with that, because they're fucking children. And then at the same time, dog, like, the mentality, they're not even close. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still in high school at 15. As a 19-year-old, you know, you may have, like, bills and responsibilities at that point, right? You know, you might have a car note, or you might have an apartment or something, right? Like, your mindset should be much different than someone whose biggest worry in life is the fact that they have a fucking math exam tomorrow. Like, there's no defense, in my opinion, for this shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no defense if this is, like, the whole story and what happened. Because at the end of the day, like, there might be more people that people don't know about, things like that. Like, there's just no defense for it. And I guess I gotta give a PSA to people watching this video. I don't know if there's anyone, like, in the situation that I was in, right, where I was a 16-year-old looking up the Pyrocynical for his videos and stuff like that. I don't know if this is the same situation. Don't be a fucking weirdo like these weirdos, man. Like, please. Like, if you're even considering, as an adult, talking to a child, you need to seek mental professional help ASAP. Truly, I think that there's a better solution for fucking pedophiles and weirdos and creeps, but the solution is quite vulgar, and I'm pretty sure that YouTube would either age restrict the video or some crazy shit. So, yeah, we'll leave that one better left unsaid. So, yeah, yeah, you know, there's people who do shit like this, and they're not in a position of power, which is, I feel like, a little bit different, because we're talking about a guy who, at that point, like, he was clouded up, right? You know, he had subscribers on the internet and stuff like that. And as much as, like, for me, I wouldn't give a fuck if somebody had more followers than me or anything while I'm talking to them. I've done this before several times, and it's never been an issue. I can understand why a lot of people fall into, like, this mental thing where it's like, it's easier to be influenced or, like, talked to in a way, you know what I'm saying, by someone who has that kind of attention that you don't. I mean, the human psyche's like a weird thing, you know what I'm saying, and you can't really understand the full thing, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to understand, like, what makes people come to the conclusions that they do to do shit, but I can't fathom how this one goes through your head and it's not, like, a serious fucking problem. And I don't get why YouTubers at this point, it seems like, are prone to this fucking happening. Because, like, I'm a YouTuber and I've talked to so many other YouTubers, dude, and, like, I can't fathom any of them doing this. You know what I'm saying? I can't fathom that going down. So you get into this situation, how? I mean, and the thing is if you're a big YouTuber, to keep it $150 with you, you can have a decent amount of different bitches. Or whatever you're into, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have some fucking internet clout and you have some money, that really is all you need in, like, 80% of situations, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to stoop to the bottom of the barrel being a fucking weirdo like this to get yourself going, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how you fuck it up that bad. Like, it has to be something going on in your brain to where you just don't think normally, bro. It can't be something normal going on in these people's heads. But this is such a shitty situation, man. I hate covering stuff like this where we talk about, you know, children getting victimized by people. So it's like, man. But with that being said, guys, like, if there's any more updates in this situation, I guess I'll cover it in future videos, but with that being said, man, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, man. Just wonder what the fuck goes wrong in some of your heads. And signing out.